It is finally here, the starting season for our grand reconstruction, Season 8 of the Pixel Game Maker Awards. Now, we have a lot to cover in very little time, so listen up because we're going to cover exactly what you can expect and how you can join. So, first of all, what is this? The Pixel Game Maker Awards is a multi-round, elimination-based contest designed to join together both game development and traditional pixel art. Now, the format of this contest is the same as it's always been, consisting of multiple rounds, in this case 4, in which contestants will be able to create and submit a pixel art game every round. After every round, the best entries are voted on by both the community and a set of judges we've selected in order to see who will pass on to the next round and who will be eliminated. This repeats, and eventually we narrow down until we get one winner. Simple enough, right? But there are some details and specifications to clear up first, especially if you plan to join. So, who can actually join? Well, there are two things you need to make sure before you apply to join. First, you have to be 13 to 21 years old. This contest is and has been for teens to young adults, aka developing talent, and we really don't look for any type of professional background in art or game development. Secondly, you do have to have some sort of provable experience in whatever skill it is you'll be bringing to the table during the competition. Again, not professional, but just some type of practice with it nonetheless. Now, this leads us to the fact that for the first time, we're allowing you to team up if you want. So, teams can be up to 3 people who will then work together to create a pixel game. So, through this method, we're actually allowing more people to join who wouldn't normally be able to alone. If you only know how to do art, you can join. If you only know how to do music, you can join. If you only know how to code, you can join. You just need to make sure you're in a team that can collectively put together a finished pixel art game each round. Each round will normally have a specific theme for everyone to follow, just to spice things up and kind of give something else for us to judge you on. But we can't stress enough, do not overscope, okay? We're not expecting large-scale projects, and of course, as we mentioned before, this is a multi-round competition, so we don't want you guys getting burned out or working too hard and quitting in the middle of it. Next, what can you use to make your game? Well, we don't really care about the platform or the software that you use to code or make the art or music, but as part of our submission process, we require that your finished product be posted on Scratch, itch.io, GameJolt, or Newgrounds, and should be playable through the platform without the needs for any downloads. The game itself, we of course expect it to be appropriate and able to be shown on YouTube, as it's very likely your game will be mentioned in our results or reviews videos. So if you're wondering how much time you'll actually get to work on an entry, it depends on the round. We start off with 2 weeks and then give a little bit more time as the rounds progress. So based on this, we'll have a set due date that you need to submit your game on, with a little 48-hour window to do so. After that, the contestants take a little intermission while the general public and the judges vote and review the games. Once voting is closed, we tally up the votes and share the results. And you know, maybe like half of you are eliminated each round, so what? But yes, depending on the total number of contestants and or teams, we will have about half of whoever's left pass and the other half eliminated. Okay, so you have an idea of how it all works now, but how do you actually join? Well, on the specified date that we open signups, you can visit our website, pixelgamemakerewards.com, and we'll have an application form you can fill out with your basic information and requirements that we talked about earlier. We'll promptly review it, and you can check the website later on to see if you're approved. Before you submit your application, the most important thing you need to do is look through our official rulebook. This will essentially have every technicality, doubt, and specification cleared up, but if it doesn't, you're welcome to contact us through email, our Scratch Studio, or any other channel where we can be messaged. Now, before we wrap up, one important question you might be wondering, is there a prize? Not currently, not tangibly. So for the winning contestant and or team, here's how it works. First place receives an automatic offer to become guest judges, which they can do for up to 2 seasons. Second place will also be offered a spot to judge for 1 season. Third place will be allowed a save spot to join next season or any season in the future if they choose to. And you know, we understand if it doesn't sound like a super enticing reward right now. As we grow, we will absolutely be working on implementing more of a reward on top of this, but our main focus here is that you enjoy the journey of being part of PGMA and, you know, hopefully grow your skills and potential along the way. Last but not least, if you yourself are not interested in being a contestant but want to contact us to see if you're eligible to be a judge, just send us an email. We're always happy to connect with people who have experience and or influence with pixel art, coding, game development, or any one of those in general. But that's about all we have for now, and we hope to see you here when signups open on